The rule was simple. No papers submitted to Professor Alina Abernathy after 9 a.m. would be accepted. Failing to meet this deadline would result in a failing grade for the entire project. This policy of hers would soon be applied back to her. Professor Abernathy's rule was absolute. If a student like Beatrice Chen submitted her research proposal at 9 and 3 seconds, Abernathy would say, "I am sorry, Beatrice. The deadline was 9 a.m." A 0 would be recorded. Likewise, if Daniel Roberts handed in his literature review at 9:01 after being stuck in traffic, Abernathy's response was, "Daniel, your work is a minute late. You will receive no credit." Her behavior was driven by a need for control, a manifestation of the authoritarian personality. For me, the final project represented 40% of my grade, and failure meant academic probation. My alarm was set for 6 a.m. the day the project was due, but I knew I could not rely on anything. I set up 3 distinct ways to protect myself. I arrived at the designated classroom at 7:30 a.m., setting up my laptop at a strategic location. I made print copies of the final draft, time-stamping each one. I also prepared a digital copy, and I created an email draft. At 8 a.m., I checked and rechecked my laptop's Wi-Fi connection. 8:30 a.m., I sent the final draft to my personal email, just in case. 8:45 a.m., I started to sweat. 8:50 a.m., a group of students started arriving. All of us were growing increasingly nervous. 8:55 a.m., no sign of Professor Abernathy. 8:58 a.m., the minutes ticked by. Where was she? 8:59 a.m., silence, heartbeats. 9 a.m., 9:01 a.m., 9:02 a.m., complete silence at the door. 9:03 a.m. The door opened, and it was Professor Abernathy. "I am dreadfully sorry, everyone, I overslept. My alarm didn't go off. I was there in 15 minutes. I stood up, holding up my printed copy. "Professor Abernathy, I see you're 15 minutes late. According to the guidelines you provided on page 3, section B, any submission received after 9 a.m. will not be accepted." Other students began taking out their phones, ready to record. Others were reading along in their handbooks. Just then, Dean Patricia Henderson walked into the classroom, holding a file. "Alina, I believe you are aware of the university's attendance policy. Your tardiness is a violation of the same conditions for students. I'm afraid this will result in a formal warning." Professor Abernathy was forced to endure her own medicine. Her behavior was an example of the reciprocity principle.